So the first thing you're going to want to do is come over and talk to Ravenoff. He will give you a short dialogue and tell you need to use the teleporter. Then you're going to run across. After you gather up some points, I usually wait about 4 rounds, open up the door here, and then you can make it inside of the teleporter and actually go over to Firebase Z. Next, we have the big question of how do we turn on the power for the map. You'll see that there are 3 Aether reactors scattered throughout the map, and what you're going to do is turn on each of them. You run over, it costs 500 points, and then it'll initiate a sequence in which you need to protect these little cores over here that the zombies will run for. I find that it's around 12 zombies in the beginning to charge up the cores. And it's not hard to do. You'll charge them faster than they'll damage. Here's some solo play here, and you can see I'm not really stressed out at all to get these guys killed. So I just go through and finish charging everything up. And once it's fully charged, you'll see that it actually does a little explosion, knocks everything back around, which could be a saver if there's some mimics on you. And then we move to the next one. The next one is located here, east of where you start, up in the data center room. So you could follow those cosmic painted arrows. And it's the same thing again here. It's going to be 500 points. So we're going to hop down and we're going to grab this last Aether reactor here. This should charge up just like the others for 500 points. Now we'll go over to our third and final one. This is located in the same room as Dr. Peck's office. So keep this location in mind. We're going to be running back and forth from there. After you have that turned on, run back to the courtyard in the beginning, and we're going to talk to Ravenoff again. This is going to unlock the Pack-a-Punch for us, and then we're going to run back and talk with Dr. Peck, and it's in that same room that we just came from with the Aether reactor itself. After speaking with him, then you're going to run back to Ravenoff again in the courtyard, and you're going to pick up a key card, and you have to open up 3 large lockers around the map. The first one is here directly across from Ravenoff. The next one is in the Colonel's office, which is located here. And the third and final one is on your way to Dr. Peck's office in the engineering on the bottom floor. Then you're going to bring those compounds back over to the field hospital, and this is where we're going to mix them. What we're making is a truth serum here, so you'll see it's extracting the liquid slowly, and at this point, a bunch of dogs are going to spawn, and you're just going to have to survive the hellhounds. It's not too bad when it's just solo. It gets a little more time intensive after that. Then once the serum is done mixing, we will transfer it over into the dispersion unit, which we then need to place on the air conditioner above Dr. Peck's office. This will, as you see this purple smoke, put some truth serum in on top of him, and then we will be able to go to the data center. Our next step is to run to the data center. When you get there, you're going to hug this left wall and use this memory device machine to grab ether traps, essence traps. You need 3 Sokolov Brahms Zabim. You get them from mimics. It functions as a C4, so you throw it down and double tap on your explosion button. It helps to weaken the mimics down. It's like catching a Pokemon. And you'll have 3 minutes to return it to containment after you capture them. They spawn from these little items around the map, as you see here. It looks like it spawned from a little stun grenade. That's why they're called mimics, because they mimic those little items. You'll say, oh, look, perfect. And here's the case where you actually fail, because I did not weaken the mimic enough, so it will destroy my trap and then make it so that I cannot use that trap. Once you get all 3, then you download it at the memory transference station, and it'll pop out this floppy disk. You will then take the floppy disk all the way over to the planning offices and insert it into this computer here. It has a bunch of brains on it. It'll download the contents, and then it will open up the OPC, Omega Portal Chamber, and it'll have this little animation here. You'll go through all this and then find out that Dr. Peck has screwed you over, so you need to go and talk to them again. And then he will give you the code, grabbing off to this locker to the left of Dr. Peck's office. You pick up that ether meter and then grab this shovel here that's located in the Scorched Defense area. Next, go to Jungle Defense. You'll listen for beeps, and then you can actually dig up here and it'll initiate a lockdown sequence. This is a little bit difficult, so make sure that you have your shields up, guns ready to go. It helps to just kind of blast this corner here, and you'll know that you're towards the end because you'll be on a second wave of manglers. Circles get smaller, then you can actually pick it up. The next one is located in the open lot in this corner here. We'll dig that up and it'll spawn up a whole bunch of these canisters. The ones with the black smoke you do not want to pick up. You need to find one without any black smoke at all. You could see here, this one has only white smoke right there. Did a little freeze frame for you so you could see it. And then finally, you need to dig up here, and you need your Ray K for this. You need to use on keyboard, the B button, or up on the D-pad. You need to find it around the map and use that little spinny disc. You shoot that, and it'll make it so that the canister cannot move at all. You can actually pre-fire right there before you start digging, and then it won't run away. But if you get close to it, it'll run away. Then you want to put it in all the ether reactors around the map, and you'll see that it starts charging up the power levels. And, you'll get a little animation here. You can run back to the OPC, and it'll show there's a breach stabilization in progress. And then after, you'll find out that Dr. Peck is Dr. Pecker, and he messes you over. You got to speak with him again. And then after a little bit, Ravenoff will give you a Weaver. And then you need to align the satellites. This is also located in the planning office. This is quite difficult. The controls are listed here. You need to move the little white dot over the little stars and find one without a Russian or American flag, as seen right here. It's kind of hard to tell. It will be a question mark. If you have better resolution, you'll be able to see it. But I kind of go through all of them just to double check. There'll be American flags, Russian flags, then you'll see one that doesn't look like either, and you could pick it. Once you pick this, you're getting ready for the boss battle. It'll go into it automatically, so you have no say in it at all. You'll get this blank screen, you'll think it's crashed, and then the boss will spawn. And I'll give you a little footage here of my actual boss fight. Stay away from that big slam that you saw in the beginning, because that is actually not that great. It'll down you instantly. Focus more on killing the zombies here than actually fighting the boss. If you use a cruise missile or other kill streaks, it helps a whole bunch. I focus more on just staying alive. The shotgun's not the greatest. The long-range weapon is. There'll be one point where you'll get a dialogue about firing at its head, and then you could get double points. That flaming butterfly animation there is a move that he spits out. You can actually shoot them to stop that animation. So you just kind of rinse and repeat, keep moving around. There's more of the burning butterflies. Make sure that, you don't get knocked by him. Keep getting all your armor and ammo up. And I want to take this time real quick to tell you about my current streaming site, which is Twitch. It's Tom_tries_gaming. I'll put a link right above here. And, subscribe to the channel if you like everything. And let me know in the comments what other types of videos you'll see if you don't know how to get the Ray K or the teddy bear Easter egg. Also, there's a Discord that you could join. I'll be happy to answer any questions as long as I could see them, and feel free to stop by the stream and ask me any questions. And I just want to thank everybody for, taking the time to look over the video. So you can see here I use Ring of Fire, just get that last little bit to kill him faster. There's really a lot of mimics. Pro tip, mimics are weak to poison, which is brain rot, and manglers are weak to fire. So you could add that ammo mod. You could see there I have the fire, so it one-shots them, the napalm. So if you're having trouble with either of those, just make sure you get that particular element. Fire for manglers, poison for mimics. And I hope that helps you guys. You can see there, I finished killing them. Thanks for coming along on this journey with me, and hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Here is a Firebase Z Easter egg quick checklist for you guys to refer to, and it will be right here at the end of the video. That way you could just pause here if you need to or know where to find it, and I'll put it into the description and put little timeline segments for you guys. Hopefully this helped out.